In this video, I'm going to share practical tips so that you can make 2025 your best year ever. And then I'm going to share my own personal experiences of applying this work. I started applying it at the end of 2023, and 2024 has been an amazing year for me. I've had a lot of cool stuff happen. It's been so great that I don't want 2024 to end. So I hope my story inspires you to apply this work, because this will get you the results. So when we come into a new year, it's quite common that people have New Year's resolutions. They have new goals that they want to achieve for that year. One example that's quite common is people want to start going to the gym. They want to start working out. They want to get fit. They want to lose weight. And so gyms tend to be quite busy in January with all these new people that are coming in. But by February, it quietens down again. And this happens because people fall back into their old ways. So firstly, understanding that as a human, we are habitual creatures running off subconscious autopilot programs. So we spend most of our day on autopilot. The way we think, feel, and act are all unconscious programs. So when people have their New Year's resolution or these new goals, they're trying to create a new self. And what happens is, like, when people go to the gym in January, and then by February, they fall back into the old self. They fall back into their old habitual subconscious autopilot programs. And so the focus really needs to be on changing these programs, which is something that I've been applying in my life since November 2023. And the key with achieving your goals, like usually you set goals for the new year, right, is to actually focus on the habit that you need to create or develop in order to achieve the goal. Because again, we're habitual creatures, right? So if you want to become a new version of you with your New Year's resolution, you want to achieve new goals, you need to think of it like you've got to change from the old self to the new self. You have to become someone new with new thoughts, feelings, and actions and behaviors. So what I recommend you do is look at what your goals are. So I'm just got some goals here as an example. So let's say one goal is you want to read 5 self-help books within that year. In order to achieve that goal, you need to create the habit of reading, say, 30 minutes every day. So the idea is look at your goal that you're wanting to achieve, and then look at the habit that you need to create to bring in as a new autopilot program so that you can achieve the goal. So reading 30 minutes every day will help you to achieve the goal of reading 5 self-help books. Let's say this is, a common one, lose 20 kgs and get fit. Okay, so in order to achieve that goal, what's the habit you need to develop? Go to the gym 5 times a week. Some people may go more, but personally for me, I aim for 5 times a week just to give myself a rest day or maybe just a stretch day. But the idea is you want to be consistent, going to the gym, create this habit so that you can achieve that goal. Another example is maybe you have a goal to pay off your debt. So it's like, okay, what's the habit I need to create or develop in order to achieve that goal? So you may want to create a habit of budgeting and cutting back expenses. So that's the first step. Look at the habit that you need to develop to achieve your goal, and then put the focus on the habit rather than the goal. Now, in order to create a new habit, it requires discipline. Like for me, I've noticed, in the beginning, you really do have to have that discipline of sitting down and reading 30 minutes every day, or going to the gym 5 days a week, or budgeting and cutting back your expenses. And through having the discipline, you become consistent. So you're consistently showing up every day, reading 30 minutes, right? And then it's through repetition that it becomes a new autopilot program. It becomes this new action and behavior. So again, in the beginning, you need to have that discipline to develop the new habit, to bring this new habit, or basically program yourself with this new habit in order to achieve the goal. And then another tip I'll give with helping yourself shift from the old self to the new self is to take new actions. Take actions that the old self wouldn't normally do. Because taking new actions can help you develop new thoughts and new feelings. So taking new actions is like, I'll share one of my examples actually later in the video, getting a little bit ahead, but focus on, what sort of actions could I take that my old self normally wouldn't do? This is how you shift reality. I'm going to give you a new habit recommendation down here. So I'm recommending this habit. You don't have to, but this habit is going to change these autopilot programs on a deep level because they're subconscious, and it is going to get you the results, right? The new habit I recommend is to reprogram, because these are programs that we're running off. The way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. So we have like 60 to 65,000 thoughts every day, and 95% of those thoughts were from the day before. So this is why it's important to start changing these programs. And the best way to change the programs is to create a bedtime routine. So maybe like 30 minutes before you want to go to sleep, get in bed, because right before you sleep is the best time to reprogram the subconscious mind. And this is what I've been applying in my own life, which again, I'm going to share my own personal story because I've attracted so much cool stuff. But basically what you do is just go into a wee meditation. So just close your eyes and sit in your internal world and start using your imagination. Imagine yourself achieving your goals. And then imagine how it would feel to achieve your goals. So firstly, you want to picture it in your mind. This is what you call mental rehearsal. You're picturing a scenario in your mind of maybe losing 20 kgs. You may be looking at yourself in the mirror, toned, muscly, you don't have fat, whatever. You're visualizing it, you're seeing it in your mind, and then you feel the emotions. How does it feel to have lost all that weight? You feel really good about yourself, right? Because the idea is you want to condition the body with these new feelings, these new emotions, because your body runs on an emotional program. Your emotions also control the types of thoughts you have. And then the types of thoughts and emotions you have will determine what sort of actions and behaviors. So if you feel positive, you feel good, you're going to have positive thoughts, and then that's going to cause you to be productive, to go to the gym, to sit down and read, because you feel good, you feel more positive, you're more productive to get things done. So this is really powerful work, because as you use your imagination, which is one of your higher faculties, it's a very powerful tool. You imagine the same scenario every night before sleeping. You're getting emotionally involved, which is how you communicate to your subconscious, because your subconscious is the emotional mind. And then you just want to feel gratitude for, let's say you've lost the weight, so you feel gratitude for it as well. And then you want to drift off to sleep. Now, this is powerful for reprogramming your subconscious, because as you go to sleep at night, your conscious mind disconnects, and then you're in the subconscious mind while you sleep. So whatever you think about, watch, or listen to right before sleeping gets taken into the subconscious mind to marinate during those 8 hours. So for example, have you ever watched a horror movie right before sleeping and then you have scary dreams from that movie? That's happened to me before. So this is why you want to be mindful with what you are consuming before sleeping, because it's going to get taken into the subconscious. So this is how you reprogram it in such a powerful way, just creating this bedtime routine. You're just chilling in bed, imagining a scenario, and then get emotionally involved, drift off to sleep, do it every day or every night, because It's consistency and repetition is the key to changing these programs. This is how you will achieve your goals. Bringing in these new habits so that they're new actions and behaviors, because once it becomes a new habit where you don't have to consciously think about doing it, you will naturally do it. Like you will naturally, after, I don't know, maybe a few weeks of being consistent, you will naturally start sitting down reading for 30 minutes every day without actually having to think about it or make yourself do it, because it's a new program. It's just like going to the gym. You'll naturally just start doing it without thinking about it because it's just a new program. So that's why we want the focus to be on reprogramming, changing the way you think, feel, and act, taking new actions, shifting from the old self to the new self, and that's going to shift your reality, put you on a new timeline, and start attracting new things into your life, new experiences. So I hope that all makes sense. Now I want to share my own personal story of applying this work. So I started applying this work in November 2023. I started using imagination to reprogram, to change the way I think, feel, and act. And I also took new actions as well. So I obviously have a YouTube channel, which I started up, and I've been wanting to start a coaching business. Now I have mentors that teach me like the business side of like how to build an online business. And they're great mentors, and I have group coaching with them. However, when it comes to actually coaching, like starting a coaching business, I was like, I have no idea what to do. So as I was applying this work, like I was just committed to mental rehearsal, using imagination, getting emotionally involved. I remember having the thoughts of like, I need to find a mentor. I need someone to show me the ropes because I can't figure this out by myself. So those were the types of thoughts I had. And then by the end of January 2024, a mentor came into my life. I didn't go looking for this person came to me. They found me in a Tony Robbins Facebook group. They commented on one of my posts that I had posted 2 years prior, and I replied to him, and then we got talking. He got me on a coaching call, and we chatted for about an hour, and then he offered to mentor me. And I was just like, and he offered it at a really good price, like it was a discounted price, and he's over delivering, because I already knew how much coaches are supposed to charge. So I knew I was being offered a good deal, and I felt like the universe was just handing him to me on a platter. Like, here you go, here's your mentor that you were asking for. I didn't have to go looking for him, he came to me. So I signed up with him and started working with him at the beginning of February. So I signed up for 3 months, February, March, April, and during that time, I attracted my first pro bono client. I didn't go looking for it, they came to me. So someone just keeps showing interest, like wanting to work with me just based off my content I was posting. And I realized, oh, I've got this opportunity here. Because I didn't actually have a coaching program, like I wasn't ready to take on clients. But I was like, someone wants to work with me, so cool. I took them on as a pro bono client and just sort of winged it with them every week, made it personal for them and like specifically what they were wanting help with. So that was cool, man. Like they came to me, made it easy. Then what happened is around May, so I came to the end of my 3-month coaching and I was like, I'm not ready to walk away from my mentor yet. So I signed up for another 3 months. But during May, he wanted to take a break because he was wanting to travel back home. He'd been traveling the world, wanted to travel back home and see family and friends. So he's like, we'll postpone it till June. And I was like, yep, that's cool. And then towards the end of May, I had an opportunity presented to me. So my other mentors that are showing me how to build an online business needed support coaches for their online event that they were going to run in June. And I thought, should I apply for this? It takes a bit of time and energy away from my own business, but at the same time, it's still business related. So I thought, like you had to apply to be a support coach. I thought I'll apply and just see what happens. So I applied and there was about 70 applicants and they picked about 20, 25 people and I got picked. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. So I got the opportunity to be a support coach for a massive online event of 30,000 people, just over 30,000 people. It went for 28 days straight. So I didn't get a break in 28 days, but I learned so much. I got practice and experience as being a coach. I got to see what goes on behind the scenes to run a massive event like this, like what it takes to run one smoothly, you know. And we got told that the top 5 support coaches will get access to their VIP program, which is valued at like $5,000 US. So after that 28 days of doing that, I got into the VIP program. I was like, are you serious? That's awesome. So I got into VIP. That was cool. And then the next thing that happened was I went back to my mentor, because I didn't have the time to work with him during June with that event because it took a lot of my time and energy. So in July, I went back to my mentor, started working with him again. And then in August, or the start of August, I attracted my first paying client. So this person, or people, it was a married couple, they came to me asking me to be their business coach. So at this time, I was still working on my coaching program, but they came to me wanting me to help them get their online business started. So I was like, yep, cool. The paying client came to me. I didn't have to go looking for it. And that was like a huge breakthrough for me, having a paying client. So I was like, yeah, awesome, right? So I worked with them from August, September, October. I finished up my coaching with my mentor at the end of September, I think it was. Was it September? Oh no, August, at the end of August. Then what happened, because there's more, then after finishing up with my paying clients in the end of October, my other mentors came back to me asking me if I wanted to help with their next online event as a support coach again. This online event wasn't as intense. It was 10,000 people and it went for 15 days. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll help out again. Because at the end, like with the 28-day event, because I took new action of, I applied to be a support coach, putting myself out there, doing something I've never done before. Towards the end of the 28 days, I felt my identity shifting. I felt myself shifting from the old self to a new self, from being someone that isn't a coach to someone that is a coach. I really felt my identity shifting. And I believe that energy is what attracted the paying client. So they came back to me like, do you want to help out with this online event that we just did last month? And I was like, yep, cool. And they said for helping out, you get access to their new program. And I was like, yep, awesome, stoked. I didn't know what the details were with the new program. I just agreed and went along with it. The new program was called the Conscious Coaches Academy. So this is where my mentors who have been teaching me how to build an online business teach you how to actually be a coach. And I was like, this is exactly what I've been needing, is like people to show me what to do as a coach. And I was like, this is really cool, because if I didn't help with that event and wanted to get into this program, it would have cost me $3,000 US. That's 5,000 New Zealand dollars, right? I got in there by just helping with their event. Didn't have to pay a cent. This program offers certification. So now I can become a certified coach. I didn't have to pay $5,000 to do it because I attracted the opportunity that got me there instead. Not only that, but I get some really cool perks once I'm certified. Like I get access to a somatic breathwork and a QHHT session, both facilitated by my mentor, Victor Odo. So once I'm certified, I will be able to offer that to my clients as well, which basically means it adds more value to my coaching program. I was like, this is so cool. So now we've started that program. We're going to be getting like accountability partners tomorrow. I'm so excited about that. But this is what's happened for me all year. Like I started in January having no idea how to get started, to December 2024, where I got my first pro bono client without trying. I got my first paying client without trying. I've helped out with 2 massive online events and learned a lot about how to run these events. Now I'm in a program where I can become certified and I didn't have to pay a cent for it. Like all this stuff's just been happening for me. All these opportunities, everything's just coming to me. I'm not having to chase it. And that's what manifesting is. It's embodying the right type of energy so things just happen for you easily and effortlessly. So I hope that inspires you to apply this work, because I committed. I used my discipline to create new habits. I was being consistent. I took new actions. I committed to reprogramming myself every day, reprogramming the way I think, feel, and act, visualizing myself having a coaching business. And I would feel the emotions of being a successful coach that's helping people and getting people amazing results, and I feel really good. This is what I would do in mental rehearsal, like using imagination whilst in meditation. I just keep seeing myself with this successful coaching business, and then all of this stuff has happened all year. And I'm just like so blown away. It's so awesome. So I hope you got value out of this video. And if you did, give me a like or write a comment. If you like this sort of content, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And I'm going to link another video at the end of this one that talks more about imagination, how powerful it is. And they've used scientific experiments to basically back it up, that imagination does get results. So if you want to learn more about imagination and how powerful it actually is, check this video out and have an awesome day. Peace.